Okay. Hello, mister.
Hello.
There, I'm off on, parked off the road there finally. Here's that road that goes down. Now this is the upper spot. It needs to be kind of dressed up a little bit. Go over here, Austin. You can give us some scale here. There you are. So if I was to back the trailer kind of right into this spot here, and then this would be kind of our camping spot all through around here. I was hoping it would green up a little quicker, and it's been raining and stuff, and it's starting. There. So yeah, the trailer right in here. And then put the table and stuff up over here. Even get a picnic table or something would be kind of cool for now. Yeah, that's the tracks from the machine that pulled all the trees out. Well, there it is. Down the hill, this was all fully treed. We'll walk down her. It's not super steep, but when she's wet, she's slick. And as I see, the guy's really rutted it up pretty good for me. Not terrible, but there, you kind of opened it up through around that way too. There, when you kind of look up at the truck, look at that big, that's the pile. That's kind of what you end up with. Big money to get rid of that. So if I'm looking straight, there's the hill. Kind of up there. See? That's me looking up the hill. There's a truck going by. We'll see him go by. There we go. There's Austin Anderson. It's clay, so it's kind of dry and lumpy, and would have to, you can see even stuff starting to green up there a little bit up the hill there. Alright, and then there's the other spot. We'd have to gravel that. Probably go trap rock, 4 loads, and then she's permanent. You don't ever have to freaking worry about it again. And even, yeah, so we're not going to use the hill for now. I'd like to get this spot to green up a little bit here. Maybe even take those 1, 2, 3 dead trees down. They're dead, see? And how's it looking up over here? Opened up the trail a little bit. Starting to green up a little bit. I could see it from up over there. That's why I come over. See, just ditch for now, just to kind of make sure we don't have any major erosion. Later on, that'll green up kind of a little spot there. We'll again take a couple more trees out, and then there'll be another little camping spot. Starting to green up over here. Nice, nice. That's just to get access to the well, and we'll get organized on that eventually. Still running there, see? Nice, nice. That used to look basically like what over here. So, kind of get an idea of the push-outs you got to make kind of all along through here for all the trailers, if you ever want to do a trailer park, haha. Just got to hit pause. See, there it is starting to green up. Springtime, this sitting for a year will freaking make a big difference here. And then opened up the trail out a little bit here. Open that, I'm gonna kind of thin that out a little bit too when we get organized. See, the only catch with doing it full tree like that is that you end up with piles, but the longer you leave them, the more they'll kind of just disappear, so it's got to be patient. And then here's the end. I keep kind of clipping. It's actually, we've kind of determined in the end of all this is an old beaver house. We were wondering why it was like the way it was. And this is an old beaver house right here. There's all the evidence right there. Over time, the stuff rots down and then ends up getting vegetation actually growing off of it. So this is, we got the boat into here. This is where we actually got the boat in. Right in over here. You had traffic starting from the springtime. You would probably pretty much bust a trail. 25 fish just right here. That guy lives over here. There's an eagle that lives in the area. I think he lives on the island, but he comes over here all the time too. Okay. Back at the bottom again. Truck's up top of the hill. This here is kind of, I think we kind of filled it in because it looked like that over there. I'm not sure what that's going to do. It's got lots of hard woody debris. It was kind of, again, winter time. You let that sit under the snow, and in the spring should be a different ball game. He ditched it here for us for now, just to basically to maintain that road so we don't lose none of that. Because that's, yes. The quicker we hit it with gravel, especially right now, wouldn't be too bad. I don't know if the truck will make it or what, but it may have to kind of spring for the little bigger machine to be here too. Okay. This is our hole for you know what. So we kind of prepped. I wanted it back a little bit more, but whatever. And there's the shed. Leave that. This is that road where that road would have went across, but he kind of filled it in instead of opening it up, so I don't know what happened there. I'm going to try to make a little push through anyway, like a trail. I might maybe bomb through right there. I can probably get through that right there. I didn't bring the saw today, but kind of all the small stuff through here, I can probably get that by hand. And there you go. I don't think anybody's been in here since. Let's take a look. No, the door's still locked. Let's take a look. Okay. Our birds, there. Our nest. And you can see the rained water come in again through up the other side there, so might continue on ripping out that floor again. Oh, I didn't realize this thing actually had a light on it when it did this, right on. And we're still leaving stuff here, and it still stays.
Yes, they are.
Okay, hold on, buddy. Just make sure you don't get any. I've got this open. Okay. I'm not sure if I can get out here. Okay, yeah. I'll show you in a minute. There's what we had him do. Ditch that. Still running down over there because of where the ruts. And then he... that old chair. And then there's the new cable. Ribbons on it. If you lift it, you could probably get quad under it. Kind of throw it under and then step over it. But it's basically the trucks that we want out. There it is. Good enough for now.